નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. Adarsh Education Society welcomes you all here. Dear student friends, let's go ahead in our 7th unit, 7.4 poem Trees. If you will think the title of this poem, we will feel that what would be there in this poem. Generally, there would be given the characteristic of the poem. There would be given the usefulness of the trees, medicine, oxygen. These all are the prime important aspects of human life, and that we will get from the trees, this and that. That concept would be there in our mind when we will read the title Trees. But here, the poet Eng Lg has given Jara Hatke, little bit different facade of the coin. Coin is same only, that is the tree. But here he has explained the idea about the trees in a quite different way. What's the condition? What are the imaginary wordings he has used over here? That's quite different. And so that only in introduction paragraph, it is asked a question to you. Can you imagine an empty forest? You see, one side you are using the word empty, and on the next side you are using the forest. Forest cannot be empty. And yet the word is used here, the empty forest. Here, symbolically, he has used the word night. Symbolically, he has used the word morning. Morning doesn't mean what we think for the dictionary meaning. Night doesn't mean what we think with the help of dictionary. Night is total darkness, total unawareness of the human life. And on the contrary, morning is equal to a new era. Morning is equal to a new beginning of the human life. That thing we will keep it in our mind, and then afterwards if we will read, if we will recite this poem, perhaps that would be easy for all of us to understand the exact concept of this poem in a right way. What say you? See, in the introduction paragraph only it is asked, can there be a forest without trees? The first word you have used, forest, and then afterwards you are asking about the condition without trees. It cannot be possible. Where are the trees in this poem, and where do they go? Trees have gone from the forest, and so that the forest has become an empty forest. How? Why? That is explained here in this poem. The trees inside are moving out into the forest. Most important, very most important word, what's used over here. The trees inside with the roots. The trees inside are moving, spreading out into the forest. They are going up to some extent with roots. The forest that was empty all these days, up till now, forests were empty without trees, because for ourselves we have destroyed forest, either for the sake of medicine, or for the sake of fruits, or for the sake of flowers, or for the sake of wood, or for the sake of place. We have destroyed the forest. We have destroyed the trees. And trees have started to move towards the forest. On the contrary, we have started to keep trees very near to us in our surroundings, in human areas. And now from there, Now from there, from our society, trees are not ready to be with us. Trees are ready to go back into the forest. They are going day and night with the roots towards the forest. Here also we have done something wrong with them. There also we have done something wrong with them. So that only they have empty forest. Here we have done something wrong with them. So that they are moving back to the forest. Two different conditions, two different facets of the coin is given over here. And that if you will think in a detail, perhaps that would be good for us to understand this poem in a right way with the right concept. Where no birds could seat, where there is no chance for the trees, from where the birds will come and from where the birds will have their nest and will seat. No nest, no birds, no chirping sound, no existence, nothing else. Where no birds could seat, no insect hide. તમે કોઈ એક ઝાડ છે ને જોશો ને માઇન્યુટલી તો તમને ખબર પડશે કીડી છે, મકોડા છે, કેટલાક ઇન્સેક્ટ છે એની ઉપર ચાલતા હોય જોવા મળે. They hide themselves very near to the upper crust of, surrounding upper crust of the tree, with the roots of the tree. We would not be able to find it out there. Why is it so? There is no existence of the tree. How we will get it there? No sun buried its feet in shadow. Wordings જે આપ્યા છે ને બહુ સરસ છે. You see here, empty forest. Forest without trees, without birds. Empty. Next to that, no sun buried its feet in shadow. There is no chance for the shadow. Why is it so? Direct sunlight only. No shadow. Why is it so? Due to lack of shady trees. Huge trees are not there. Tree is not there, huge or small or whatsoever it is. Trees are not there. So that there is no chance for the shadow. So that sun will move, will reach till the upper crust of the soil directly, so that sun would not be able to have shadow. No sun buried its feet in shadow. The forest that was empty all these nights and days, empty forest. Forest has become empty now. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. By morning! अरे यार एक ज रात ની અંદર એક જ દિવસ ની અંદર this great change can be possible? No, it's not at all possible. And so that night is not written nights. Nights means what? Night means hard time. For ourselves, we have destroyed the trees, so that the era what started for the human existence, that was the time of nights, not nights. A long period, a long era. And now within short span of time, if you think positively for it, there will be the chance for the morning. A new era or the beginning for that. New era or beginning is with this. Now, think it. All night, roots work. They spread themselves to move back in the forest. Disengage themselves from the cracks. From the cracks where they are, they will disengage themselves and they will be ready to move towards the forest. Crack means the cracks of the wall, the cracks of the building, whatsoever it is. But that cracks would be in our society, that will not be in the forest. So that they will disengage their activity to move from the cracks out, but they will spread their hands to move towards the forest back once again. This is what the poet or Dhoraji observed here in this poem. From the cracks in the veranda or floor of a building or of a statue, whatsoever you will think, that will do. The leaves stream towards the glass, stream to move forcefully towards the glass, because they want to disengage from the cracks of the building, from the cracks of veranda, from the cracks of floor, from the cracks of statue, so that they will move towards leaves, move towards the glass. Small twigs stiff with exertion with hard efforts. Nana Dadi Dadka will try hard for own existence, because they want to survive here with the support of going back towards the forest. Small twigs, stiff with exertion, long crept boughs. Boughs means thick branch or branches of the tree. There will be a or more than one thick branches or branch of a tree, that is known as bough. Bough. Boughs plural, bough singular. Long crabbed boughs shuffling under the roof, shuffling, moving. Under the roof of the trees. How it is? It is just like similes given over here. It is just like newly discharged patients from the hospital. Half days moving, half days more impatient. भागने दो, आटला दिवस थी साला मैंने अंदर पूरी नहीं कोश, चलो भागो, भागने दो. What is this? Half-dazed, impatient, more impatient, patient from hospital. चलो आज आने रजा आपो. How he will be in happy mood, how he will be in hurry to move, to rush towards the house. Like that, boughs of the tree are rushing, shuffling under the roof, and are ready to move towards the forest, first line. And that forest is empty forest. Half days moving to the clinic doors. How he is rushing from his ward to the floor to the clinic door. Impatiently, like that, boughs of the trees are ready to move towards the empty forest. What he explains here further in the same poem, that we'll come to know little later. But keep it in your mind that your general concept for the tree is not at all applied here. Here the poet has given quite different theme based on his concept. What's there, that we'll come to know little later. Till that, I'll give you time, 1 or 2 seconds, to write down what's written there on the board. Till that time, thank you, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining us.